Oh my, today I turned 70. 70. Can you believe it? And as I sit here thinking about the years behind me, I realize there are so many things I wish I'd known when I was 50. Tiny things that seem small at the time, but they change everything. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see life differently, and maybe even make the next 10, 20, 30 years the best years of your life. And before I start, don't forget to like, comment below with your age, and subscribe so we can keep sharing these truths together. When I was 50, I thought I had all the time in the world. I really did. I convinced myself I could do everything tomorrow, next week, next year. I was always busy, always running, but if I'm honest, most of that running was in circles. I was chasing things that didn't matter, trying to prove myself to people who weren't even paying attention, worrying about what the neighbors thought, what my friends thought, what strangers might think. And for what? I spent hours on tasks and commitments that seemed urgent in the moment, but looking back, were completely meaningless. Endless days stuck in traffic or in offices, meetings that went nowhere, conversations that drained me more than they nourished me. I was giving my time away as if it had no value at all. And it does. Every single day is irreplaceable. Every hour is a little piece of your life you'll never get back. If I could tell 50-year-old me one thing, it would be this. Stop giving your time away to people and things that don't light you up. Invest your hours in what matters. Friends who make you laugh until your belly hurts, projects that spark curiosity, adventures that make your heart race, quiet moments that fill your soul. Learn to say no without guilt. Don't apologize for taking time for yourself. You're worth it. And here's the thing. The earlier you start protecting your time, the more freedom you'll have in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. The people who truly matter will respect it, and everything else, well, it simply falls away. The truth is, time is the most precious currency we have. Money can be earned, possessions can be replaced, titles can be lost. But once time is gone, it's gone forever. And at 70, I can see so clearly the hours I wasted, the days I gave to things that brought me no joy, the energy I spent worrying about things that didn't deserve my mind. Don't make that mistake. Guard your hours like the treasure they are. At 50, I thought being healthy was simply about exercise and eating right. I'd go for walks, maybe join a yoga class, skip dessert occasionally, and call it a day. But life at 70 has taught me that health is far more than that. Health isn't just the numbers on the scale or the steps on a tracker. Health is your mind, your heart, your energy, your spirit. It's the ability to face the world with resilience, curiosity, and joy. Back then, I didn't realize that stress eats away at the body just as surely as poor nutrition. I didn't see how resentment or unresolved anger or constant worry gnawed at my energy, at my sleep, at my immunity. I didn't understand that being emotionally and mentally healthy is just as important as a strong body. You have to nurture your soul as carefully as you nurture your muscles, your heart, your lungs. If I could whisper advice to 50-year-old me, I'd say, prioritize your inner life, protect your peace, guard your heart. Don't let toxic people, endless stress, or unnecessary guilt steal your energy. Learn to forgive sooner. Learn to release grudges. Meditate, pray, journal. Whatever keeps your mind clear and your spirit light. Move your body not because you have to look a certain way, but because movement heals, strengthens, and reminds you of your vitality. Eat to nourish, not punish yourself. Laugh more, cry when you need to, say no when your heart says no. Every small choice adds up over the years, and by the time you reach 70, you'll feel stronger, lighter, and more alive than you ever imagined. And here's a truth that took me far too long to understand. Emotional and mental health is contagious. The more peace you cultivate within, the more peace you'll experience outside. Your life becomes calmer, your relationships more fulfilling, your energy more vibrant. I wish I had known that at 50. Oh, the years I spent waiting for the perfect job, the perfect house, the perfect partner, the perfect time to travel, the perfect time to start a new hobby, the perfect time to tell someone I loved them or forgive someone who hurt me. I waited for approval, for safety, for certainty, for the stars to align. And you know what? The stars rarely align. Life doesn't wait, and the right time often never comes unless you make it. If I could speak to my 50-year-old self, I would say, stop waiting, start now. Start small, start imperfectly, start even if it feels scary. Travel even if your suitcase isn't perfect. Take up a hobby even if you're not great at it. Speak your truth even if it's messy. Life rewards action far more than planning. Waiting only steals years, silently and invisibly. I waited too long to pursue opportunities that might have changed everything. I waited too long to go on adventures, to meet new people, to take risks, to say yes. And in waiting, I missed experiences that could have enriched my life, friendships that could have deepened, love that could have blossomed. Waiting makes you small. It makes life feel heavy. But starting, even imperfectly, makes you large, awake, present, alive. The thing is, every small step you take toward living fully compounds over time. A phone call to an old friend, a weekend trip you've been postponing, a conversation you've been avoiding, a course you've wanted to take. These small acts of courage shape your future in ways you can't see right now. By the time I reached 70, I finally understood this. Movement matters more than perfection. Action matters more than planning. Start now, and life becomes a series of openings, not waiting rooms. When I was 50, I measured myself against everyone else's standards: my body, my career, my social circle, my home, even my smile. I thought if I looked a certain way, acted a certain way, achieved certain things, then I was worthy. But by the time I reached 70, I realized how absurd that was. Your worth isn't in the approval of others. Your worth isn't in a title, a dress size, a paycheck, or even the number of people who say nice things to you. I wasted years chasing validation from people who didn't see me, who couldn't see me, and it drained me. I constantly compared myself to women younger, prettier, thinner, richer. I worried about saying the wrong thing, looking the wrong way, being the wrong version of myself. And every time I did, I shrank. I made myself smaller to fit a mold that was never mine. At 70, I've learned a beautiful truth. The moment you stop measuring yourself against others, the moment you stop seeking approval, life opens up in ways you never imagined. You become free. You stop apologizing for existing. You begin to celebrate yourself, your quirks, your strengths, even your weaknesses. You start to embrace the fullness of who you are. And once you do that, you attract the right people, the right opportunities, the right experiences into your life, because you're no longer bending to fit someone else's expectations. Every wrinkle, every scar, every lesson, every mistake, they are part of your story and they make you valuable. You don't need permission to be proud of yourself. You don't need anyone else to tell you that you're enough. Own it, embrace it, love yourself fiercely. When I finally did, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders, a lightness I didn't know was possible. And let me tell you, that freedom is addictive. Once you start living from that place, you'll wonder why you ever let others define you in the first place. At 50, I thought all relationships were important, and in a way, they are. But I spent so much time trying to maintain every connection, keeping everyone happy, putting out fires that weren't mine, and it cost me dearly. I gave my love and energy to people who drained me, to friendships that felt like obligation, to relationships that left me exhausted and anxious. What I didn't understand then is that not all relationships deserve your time. Not everyone has your best interests at heart, and that's okay. Some people are meant to walk with us for a season, not forever. But at 50, I clung too tightly to the wrong people, thinking that letting go was a failure. It wasn't. It was liberation. I wish I'd known that choosing who you let close to your heart is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. Quality always trumps quantity. Deep friendships, relationships that lift you, partners who support you, family who understands and respects you, these are the connections that matter. And cutting off the ones that don't? That's not cruel. It's self-preservation. It's love for yourself. By 70, I've learned to ask a simple question before letting anyone take up space in my life. Does this person add joy or take it away? If the answer is anything other than joy, it's okay to step back. It's okay to say no. It's okay to prioritize your energy. Life is too short to be weighed down by people who don't see your light or respect your boundaries. And when you surround yourself with those who truly lift you, life becomes richer, brighter, and far more fulfilling than anything I could have imagined at 50. If I could tell my 50-year-old self one final unshakable truth, it would be this: embrace yourself, fully, fiercely. Don't shrink, don't hide, don't dim your light to make anyone else comfortable. Life at 70 has shown me that happiness, peace, and freedom come from the courage to be unapologetically yourself. It's not about fitting in. It's not about pleasing everyone. It's about celebrating every part of who you are, the things you love, the things you've survived, the things you've learned, the quirks, the passions, the experiences that make you unique. Don't be afraid of what people might think. Don't waste energy on criticism that doesn't matter. Own your life, live boldly, laugh loudly, speak freely, love deeply. Turning 70 isn't an ending, it's a beginning of clarity, freedom, and joy that I couldn't have reached if I'd kept listening to fear, doubt, or others' expectations. And here's the beautiful part: you don't have to wait until 70 to feel this way. You can start now. You can start embracing yourself fully, right where you are, at any age. Every small act of self-love, every choice to live authentically, compounds into a life that feels rich, vibrant, and deeply satisfying. So to anyone watching, I want you to remember this: your age doesn't define you. Your past doesn't define you. Your worth isn't measured by anyone else. You are enough, exactly as you are, and the freedom, joy, and courage to live fully are yours if you just claim them. At 70, I can say with every fiber of my being, it's the best feeling in the world. So, my lovely friends, if there's one thing I hope you take from this, it's this: don't wait for a milestone birthday to start living fully. Start today. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment below with one thing you wish you'd known 10 years ago, and subscribe for more reflections and guidance from someone who's been there. And for even more tips, stories, and practical ways to live boldly after 60, sign up for my free newsletter. Here's to embracing every year, every moment, every breath, fearlessly and fully.